Hello there, I'm Francis and this is Random Info with Francis. I'm a mechanical engineering major and ended up doing the paper on this topic and just thought I should share this info for all y'all prospective engineers out there. I didn't know exactly what my paper was going to be about until I started research, and then eventually decided on weapon engineering should be abandoned because it's unethical, unprofitable, and unrealistic in the long term as my thesis. Super compelling stuff, I know. Okay, this being from a professional perspective, you need to understand that the ethics of an action are extremely important. If something is unethical, you just shouldn't do it. It's not illegal, but it's just a crappy thing to do and you lose credibility. With weapon engineering being what it is, I decided to investigate its ethical nature. And on my quest to determine this, I learned about a few concepts: deontology and consequentialism. These are frameworks for ethical decision making. Deontology being the consideration of the inherent virtue of an action, and consequentialism considering the results of said action. So going with the deontic framework, weapon engineering isn't ethical. However, consequentialism says it's okay as long as the result is in compliance with the greater good. So if a nation defends its citizens by killing off foreigners with weapons, is it ethical? The NSB Code of Ethics says, engineers in the fulfillment of their professional duties shall hold paramount the safety, health, and welfare of the public. Meaning that in such a situation, the public takes precedence. But who is the public? Turns out that the public refers to any innocent being who doesn't understand engineering and is vulnerable to the powers of the engineer, regardless of nationality. Meaning, by both frameworks, weapon engineering is wholly unethical. However, despite being unethical, why is it condoned? Well, because of war. War being a huge part of humanity throughout history, it is no surprise that the innovation of new ways to murder has been in high demand. And because of its demand, it is not only condoned, but celebrated. So there's no way we can expect change. War is eternal, conflict and strife is the norm. But what if it wasn't? You see, numbers show that we are currently living in the most peaceful time in history. War, like rocks, are going out of fashion. And even looking at the types of wars still rampant in the current day, they are all civil wars and internal conflicts in countries who are under colonial rule or communist dictatorships in the 20th century. Meaning, they are because of power vacuums and political instabilities. This being the case, the weapon engineering industry will only suffer in the future as wars continue to decline. Therefore, weapon engineering should be abandoned because it is unethical, unprofitable, and unrealistic in the long term. Would you look at that? It came full circle.